Good afternoon, folks. You should all be able to hear me now and see my screen. If you can't hear me or see the screen or see things moving, please do send me a chat. But I believe you can now hear me clearly and all see my screen. So we will begin. There's quite a few people joining this webinar today. So we'll give it another 30 seconds to see who else will join us. We're recording the webinar, so we'll send this out. You'll all get a recording of this. I will also place the recording on the blog post and probably upload some more images as well for people to review. So thanks for joining us. Today, we're going to look at the club website design preview. These are new designs we're bringing online for the club website platform, and this covers everybody on the free, elite, and ultimate package here at Pitchero. So it's a major undertaking. We're looking at updating something like 10,000 club websites, affecting 70,000 plus teams. So it's something we've been planning and looking to do for a very long time. So we'll take you through it step by step. On your webinar tools, there's various places where you can ask questions. Please do, and I'll take some answers at the I'll answer them all at the end. It should last 20 to 30 minutes, and then by all means ask your questions. So we will begin. Quick introduction. My name is Mark Fletcher, one of the co-founders here at Pitchero, looking after elements of the marketing, commercial partnerships, that sort of stuff, and communication with you guys, our volunteers and clubs. We're going to look at how we design and how we just go through our process, and then we'll break it down, look at the homepage, which is already live as of yesterday, the news pages, the new media center, the team sections, and a new feature that we're bringing online into the club website called Matches. Match is the only sort of new feature that we're bringing online. The rest of it is very much just improving the design of the existing features. So first of all, you should be able to see this, and it should be quite common to you. You've probably seen it before. You may design something to work a certain way, some nice footpaths down here, but the user will always determine how it is used and how it works. Our goal is to really try and make the user experience as fast and as most enjoyable as possible. So we're really aware of that. We do a lot of ongoing research all the time across the platform where we're watching people's behavior, how they use things, which content's most popular, where they're leaving your club website, where they're coming into your club website. And we have a team who are constantly looking at that and analyzing that. So the design always starts with a lot of research and analysis. And like I say, that's always ongoing. We're also talking to you, the volunteers, all the time. We do surveys, we do emails. We have the support team who are constantly giving feedback to our product team. So we have a very good relationship with you, ultimately our customers, the volunteers at the clubs. One principle that we always have is form follows function. So let's get it. The design will follow how it functions. So we'll design the page to be as optimal as possible, and we don't let things like adverts or aesthetics get in the way. It has to perform fast and give you the user the information as quickly as possible. We know that a good web page where a club member, a user, a supporter, a fan gets the information they need as quickly as possible, they'll come back to that web page more often. So it's not about making it difficult or making it hard to find or putting lots of pages in their way or lots of banners or things like that. It's about giving them the information as quickly as possible. We build everything mobile first now. 70 to 80% of our traffic is on a mobile phone. So that could be Google Chrome on your iPhone or your Samsung phone, or it could be Safari on your iPhone or your Samsung phone. That's 70 to 80%. So only 20 to 30% of the traffic coming to your website is on a desktop like the one I'm using right now. So that's it. So what we'll do is we'll jump into some software that we use to design, and this will give you a full overview of where we are. So let me just jump in here. So you should be able to see my screen, excuse me. And we have three versions of the same homepage, the same Pitchero Club homepage. So on the left here, we have a football club. This is Boston United. We have Reading Hockey Club in the middle, and we have Chinnara Rugby Club at the end. So these are guys all using the ultimate package. So their sponsors are through the middle here. If they were on the free or the elite package, they would have a banner in this space here, and sponsors would be at the bottom of the page. So I can show you that now if I just switch over to this club. Here they have their news. Then as you scroll down, they have this banner. If you want to get rid of these banners, we strongly recommend the only way to do it is to upgrade to an ultimate website, and there are no third-party banner ads in your club website design. So if we start at the top, if I zoom in here, I'll try not to make you all seasick. So I'll try and zoom in slowly. We put in place this global navigation bar across all club websites with the rankings and Pitchero branding in the top right. And then we have your quick links. So this is a feature some clubs forget about. but you can add fixed quick links to the top of your website here. We really recommend you keep these short, ideally one word like lottery or map or contact or location. And these just then link into specific parts of your club website. Once you add your social media accounts, the icons automatically appear here. So I've noticed that some clubs will write Facebook and Instagram and Twitter here. You don't need to do that. You just need to add them to your club control panel in the correct settings, and those icons will automatically appear. You can then use these icons for things that you really want to illustrate and talk about. We've then got a more compact navigation. This is already live. You've seen this. We made the join and login buttons a lot stronger. And then we've got rid of that scrolling, changing news section, and we have these 4 fixed items here. And that's across all club websites. You then click through to more news, which takes you to the news landing page, which I'll show you in a second. We then move down to club sponsors. Clubs are always wanting to show their sponsors off more and give them more space on the homepage. So we've done that here. And then we have a very nice, neat new matches section where you see upcoming fixtures and recent results, and you can split that by the various sections. So here we have men's, women's, juniors, and minis. Obviously, you can have more sections or a fewer number of sections, and you see everything here. If you're only seeing results at the moment, that's because you've not got any upcoming fixtures. Right now, some clubs are in between seasons, so you're not showing any upcoming fixtures, but as soon as you add a fixture, it will start appearing here. And this is all shown by how you rank your teams. So if your women's are in front of your men's, then your men's will obviously see first, or if your juniors, minis, etc., you can change the rankings of these again within the control panel. We're working behind the scenes to another upgrade where every club on Pitchero will have a logo. We're also looking at putting logos in for clubs that aren't using Pitchero. So roughly 50% of non-league football clubs use Pitchero, 60-70% of English rugby, 35% of English hockey. So we have quite a lot of logos in the system already, but we're looking at an upgrade where we put in logos for clubs that aren't using Pitchero. And again, they'll automatically appear when you link your club to the competition system. So that'll look much smarter and much neater. We scroll down then, and you have the league table snippet here, and you actually have a summary of that team's statistics so far for the season as well. And we prioritize this by the top ranking team, so the first team at each club. We then scroll down. You have a new slider here for all media. We've done a lot of work in the media section. So if you jump over here onto the mobile version, you'll slide this along with your thumb. It's really neat and smart. And videos and photos are on the same section, the same slider. And then your affiliations, more sponsors, and the sponsors at the top, your primary sponsors will be different sizes. So you'll be able to have 4 large sponsors and then smaller sponsors below. That's still to come. And then a new tidier footer, which is also still to come as well, but that will be added and upgraded in the coming week or so. So if we scroll back up, you can see on the left-hand side here the mobile version. Again, we made this as easy to use with your thumb, so you can click through to the various fixtures and scroll between the various sections in your club. And of course, your sponsors are there sitting as high up the page as possible. And that's identical across these 2 websites here. The hockey page with the Blues. Just scrolling down, and here for the rugby club as well. Now, one thing we always get asked, and one reason why some people don't use Pitchero is because they think all the club websites look the same. We see that as a massive benefit to Pitchero. There's a way to build a club website, and you can only do it in so many ways. The more templates we offer, the harder they are to manage. In fact, every time you sort of create a new template, it's actually something like 10, 20 times harder to manage. And there's an optimal right way of doing it. And we would much rather put 95% of our energy into getting the absolute optimal solution for those 95% of clubs that use Pitchero, rather than spreading out our efforts over multiple templates that aren't fully optimized. So we spent a lot of time looking at what works best for the community club, the semi-pro club, the non-league club that's on Pitchero, and we strongly believe that this template here is the absolute optimal for the vast majority of clubs using Pitchero. Now, this is obviously a platform upgrade, but that doesn't mean it stops. We're constantly improving. We're getting feedback right now from some clubs asking us, where's the calendar going, and can they change some of these sections here? And we're digesting all of that, and we'll continue to make updates to the homepage throughout the coming weeks as well. So please do send in any of the questions or points you have about the homepage, and we can look into those and make those adjustments should we feel they are right for the platform. So that's the home page. Now let's wander down here to the news section. So I'll start here on the left. So we call this the news lister page. So this is the latest news where we list all the news items out in a long list. So the first news item will have a large photo across it with the headline. You'll then scroll down to have the various different news items all listed out on that page. In the middle, we've added a small slider for the latest videos and photos. And there's now a right-hand rail, we call it, where we can put in widgets, which I'll show you a bit later on, directing people to, for example, the next game, the latest league table. It might be how to download the club app. Various things like that will be added to this bar, along with any third-party advertising that Pitchero may be running on your platform. But if you are on the Ultimate package, you won't see that ad. From that page, the lister page, you then click through to an actual news item, and that starts to look like this. It's much cleaner, much smarter, social links, large image at the top with the title. We made the quote system stand out a lot more, and we're also allowing clubs to embed albums and things like that, albums and videos within an article, which you'll be able to scroll across. At the bottom, you have more and further reading, and of course, your club sponsors. And there on the right there, you can see how that looks on the mobile view. You'll notice on the mobile view here at the top, we've really improved the mobile navigation. So it's much easier to get in and out of the different sections, and that should already be live in most cases. And as you can see, just a cleaner, smarter page. And exactly the same thing on the hockey version, same platform, obviously. But what you can see here are the widgets that we're starting to introduce. So this club, Reading, they don't have any advertising because they're on the Ultimate package. So they see the latest top story widgets, directing users, fans, supporters, parents into more content. And they can also see what's trending as well, what's the most popular content across your website as well. Now, if you're on the Elite or Free package, you'll still see these widgets, but it may be that in the middle of this widget, there'll be a third-party advertising. Okay. So down from news, we'll keep wandering down here. I'll take it nice and slow. We get to the media section. So the media section is where your videos and photos live. Excuse me. We've got rid of 2 separate pages for videos and photos. It's all now within one section, but it has a very good search function, a very good filter function. The latest video will sit at the top. And then this section now has various sliders on of videos, photo albums, and more videos. Here is the third-party advertising if it runs on that club. And then below here, you'll have sliders, and these sliders work by collections. So obviously you might have the latest content all coming into one collection, the first team that has all their content together, but you may have a club collection or a collection about specific things. So it might be just the league albums, or it might just be the cup albums or the cup videos. So clubs will be able to create collections and different sliders for different teams and keep all your content together. This is how a photo will be presented. So you have a slider of this is the album and these are the photos within the album. So you can slide across here, works great on mobile. And then this is how a video will be presented. So a lot like the iPlayer or Netflix or one of those sorts of platforms. Everyone gets the dark background. Sorry, no, they don't. That's not true. So a darker background to make the video pop out. And this is a photo album on the blue website with the scrolling across. So that's the new media center. Scroll down further, we start to look at teams. So after the homepage, the teams is the second most popular part of your website. We spent a long time looking at this and trying to come up with the best way to display as much information as possible. We start with matches. So this shows the fixtures and results in one place, filtered by competitions and by season. We're putting the latest fixtures and results at the top, so you don't have to scroll a long way down the page. But if you want, you can quickly see all the results here from previous in the season by clicking this button, and that will load more in. We changed over how we lay these out. So you have both teams on the left-hand side and then the result on the right. And then we made it clearer whether it's a league game or not, and where the location is, the venue and the kickoff time. So that's all sits on this page here. We then move to the right. We have the league table. There'll be 2 versions of the league table. You can do a wide view by clicking this button in the top corner, or you can have this shorter view as well. So all league tables start with this shorter view with a right-hand rail that'll have widgets or advertising in it. But a supporter, a fan can quickly press the button in the top right, and that'll open it out to give the full view. We brought back form guides into the league tables, and all teams will hopefully have their logos next to it. And we're very keen to start showing the promotion, playoff, and relegation spaces within a league as well. So for all the competition on Pitchero, when we add the competition, we'll also be adding who gets promoted and who gets relegated. And so those lines will automatically show on your league tables. And that's a mobile view of the league table, which obviously looks much smarter. Scroll a bit further across, we have a new stats page, bigger photos of players, specific stats all highlighted with the lead player, and then the tables below showing all the players from the squad and what they've achieved in a season, and some new graphics across the top. Okay, so that's a highlight of teams, and I'll come back to teams in a second. We now jump into the match center. So once you come from this fixture and results page, you'll have hit this area here to go see more information about this fixture. You'll also be taken straight there from the home page. So if you select a fixture or result anywhere on the club website, you'll come through to the match center, which is here. So every fixture and result has its own match center, has a large bar across the top here, highlighting the location of the game, dates, the scorers, the stats. And then they're broken up into these 5 sections. So you have a preview, which is like a news item giving information about the game ahead. You have the lineup, which I'll show you shortly, the report, the match report, the stats, and then any media associated with that game, which links you back to those videos and photos you saw earlier. And here on the is the mobile view of that as well. So this is the match report. You scroll down, large photo, the full match report laid out. Looks very similar to a news item, sorry. But that can link through here. This is the commentary stats. So this is all collected through the manager app. So as you're watching a game, you can score it in real time. You can assign events. They all get uploaded in real time to your club website on this page here, and also shown and shared on the club app. And then this is the lineup page. So obviously this pitch will change subject to sport, but you can add the home team here or the away team subject to where you're playing. And then if you also add the opposition, they can sit alongside here as well. And there you're seeing the mobile view on this side. Now, if we scroll down a bit further, we get to a new feature, which we're bringing on as part of the upgrade this summer. It's a new section in the main navigation called Matches. And what Matches does is given all the fixtures and training that are happening at the club over a 7-day period. So from a Monday to a Sunday. So for example, this is the 6th to the 12th of February. It's a full week. What's happening at this club? So there happens to be under 19s training on the Monday. There's also a game. It's a league game. It's Boston versus Kings Lynn. The results are already in. You can click that and you'll be taken to the match center. But you've also got coming up on Tuesday, you've got the under 18s training, you've got the under 17s training, and then you've got another fixture against Scarborough. So you can click that and see the preview. Then on the Wednesday, you might have another fixture. We really want to bring this online because we wanted clubs to have one page where they could see everything that's happening sports-wise at the club for that week. So from minis to juniors to youth to senior, from men's to women's, to see everything, where it's happening, what time it kicks off, what they're training, where they're training, whether they're home or away on one page. And it makes sense to do it Monday to Sunday because that's how most clubs think. You know, by the end of play Sunday, it's the week over, and you start again on a Monday. It makes sense to do it throughout the whole season. So it'll behave like a season. So this is a brand new feature which we're launching. We think this will be one of the most popular pages on your website to quickly give all your supporters, parents, and players instant access to the information they need, and then direct them further into the website to view that content. So I hope that makes sense. On the mobile view, you can quickly jump between weeks here, so you can see what's coming up in 2 or 3 weeks' time, and you can also filter by team. So if you wanted to just see all the fixtures for the women's senior or men's senior or under 14s, you could just click that and they appear very quickly and take you into the right part of the website. So that's it, folks. That's what we want to share with you today. If you have a look at the blog, you'll see we're releasing upgrades now every week. Many of these upgrades are already live. So this is the Boston website here, which is already live with a fantastic upgrade. The Tennington website here, one of the rugby sites, already live, showing their fixtures results coming up for the season ahead. So we're already live with a lot of these. If you look at the blog, you'll see that I believe news section is next. That'll be the next piece that gets uploaded, hopefully within the next week to 10 days. And then following that, we'll start working on the team section. And we hope to get most, if not all, the website live before the end of August, ready for the start of the new winter season. Okay, I'll have a look at the questions now. Some I'll be able to answer, some will probably be feedback, which I'll take to the guys, and we'll do as best we can. So first question, can you bring membership and the shopping basket items to the homepage? Yes, that's a good question. So if I jump back into the design window here, so we've designed the homepage. Let me just bring it up here. On purpose in this way, so that we can bring more sliders, that's what we're calling them, onto the homepage. So if you look at the BBC or Sky, they use them quite a lot. So a new slide that we'll bring in will be things like membership payments for members or shop items. That's absolutely as part of the build, and those widgets will hopefully be online before the season starts. Why isn't the sponsor bar scroll anymore? That's a good question. I'll feed that back. I don't know that, James, but I'll find out for you. Does the new layout still have a calendar? Yes, it does. That's a great question. So at the moment, calendar is currently sat underneath more, but it will be moved back to sit underneath news. So news will have news and events, and underneath here will be calendar. So you'll have a news section and the calendar will live here. Whilst we were upgrading the navigation, we've just moved calendar to under more, but the calendar is coming back, and its long-term home will be under news. Can we change the words to the headers? That's a good question. You used to be able to do that. I'm not sure if you still can. I'm not sure if that functionality was kept or changed, but I'll check that and I'll come back to you on that, Ed. James Fishwick, not sure what you mean about a large grey box on the right. If you want to send me a screenshot, I'll take a look at that for you. But as I pointed out earlier, and I can, which one can I use? I'll scroll in on this one here. So this is a news item example here. So on the right-hand side, there'll be lots of articles that will automatically generate, directing supporters to read more and stay on your page for longer. So it won't just be more news on the news section. It'll be things like league tables, fixture results, and videos as well along these right-hand rails here. Email distribution tool, HTML page editor. Yeah, we're looking at all of those things. Once we've got the front end of the website upgraded, then we're certainly looking at the control panel, how we can improve that and add more features and functionality for clubs. Cost for the packages, someone's asked. Obviously the free package, then it moves to the elite package, which is £30, and then we move to the ultimate package, which is £90 a month. If you're interested in the ultimate package, we currently have a variety of offers depending on the different sports and the leagues you're in. Please reach out to Will, your account manager, or email support and speak to them about ultimate offers right now. There's certainly multiple months in free trials. We normally do 1 month free trial, but I believe if you sign up to the annual ultimate right now, there's several offers going on where you can save some money if you upgrade before the end of July. Is it possible to link the results with the FA full-time? Nope. We've asked the FA for about 15, 16 years now. That's not possible and unlikely. We do have a very good competition system where we try to mirror as very best we can the FA full-time system, but it's not automated and there's no link. So we have a team of people who help us maintain our competition database to mirror what the FA are doing. And likewise, are they linked to England Hockey? Nope. England Hockey have really strict rules about how the fixture results are used. So they offered us the fixtures, but on the rule that we didn't publish any league tables on club websites. And we thought that was rather silly. And then every club needs a league table on their club website. So again, we mirror the England Hockey results and fixture system. A vast amount of it gets uploaded and updated by the volunteers at the various hockey clubs. But we also have a competition team here who manage all the competitions and try to have all of our fixtures, results, and league tables up to date and mirroring what England Hockey has by end of play Monday or Tuesday lunchtime at the latest. Yeah, we're always working on more junior leagues to add them to the competition database. So please reach out to the support team and ask them if your junior league can be added, and we'll do our very best to manage it. Can we add player sponsors onto their page? Not sure, James. I'll come back to you on that. Can you add club events in there too? I'm not sure you're referring to the matches page. If you are referring to the matches page, the answer is no. We really want to just keep it on actual sports events, which we categorize as a training event or a game. So we want to see when people are actually playing the sport. But again, we'll take feedback on board on that. I've answered a question about the FA full-time. Linking things to social media. I'm not quite sure what you mean, whether you mean individual fixtures. You have to explain that a bit more. Craig Backhouse, not sure what your question is. If you want to try and reword that one. In regards to can you keep junior player fixture information in a closed section so it can only be viewed by current registered parents? No, I don't believe you can at the moment. If you put a fixture on your website, then anyone coming to your website can view it. You can add your own competitions, Deborah. Yeah, that's no problem at all. So you can manually add fixtures, you can manually add league tables, and they will appear just like a league fixture or a league table driven by a competition system would appear. So if you add a fixture manually, it still appears on the homepage, it still appears on the matches page, and the same with league tables. And absolutely, you can continue to upgrade your site as these upgrades. So you can continue to update your site as these upgrades are happening. That's no problem at all. We'll release these upgrades probably the first half of the week is when we normally do things, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll release those. We'll do small changes, one page at a time. It may even be half a page, the top page and the bottom page. We'll release them slowly out, and we'll keep notifying people by weekly emails and blog updates. But you can absolutely keep using your website nonstop. Is there integration with YouTube or video content? I believe there is. I'll double check that and come back to you. If you ate the quick links going to site settings and content, there's some support people listening to this webinar, Chris, so I'll have them contact you. It's absolutely not possible to get the raw HTML file to customize. Pitchero does all the development work and controls that. In regards to the more button there, Dan, you're wanting to see all the tabs, all the titles on the desktop. You're right. At the moment, we've got a couple of different things going on in more. So it may be that we don't need more in the long run. So you're asking the question, why do we need more if there's only, because there's quite a lot of space here. So it may be that once we move the calendar under news, that more disappears and it goes back to just being info, club info. I think we've got it. And there isn't a more, because I agree with you, there's no point having a drop down for just one item. Is there anything that shows team managers, captains can see which member has paid membership within the manager app? Yes, I believe there is. Let me check that, but you can certainly give a user restricted access to the control panel so they can log in and see team by team who has and hasn't paid. And I'll get the support team to come back to you on that. Not close to linking up to the FA full-time system. There's no changes coming to the admin control panel. That'll be next. But right now, Deborah, there's no changes at all. Information on the club. Yeah, the club info section. So that's absolutely changing. We just haven't got close to that yet. That'll be towards the end of summer. So we've had a question here about under more, this information section here. So yeah, this is being redesigned and it has images on this homepage. So each section in here gets a nice image, and then the actual pages themselves, these custom pages with the navigation here on the left, that's all been redone. So it's all centralized with nice images. I just don't have those to show you today, but all that section is being redone as well to match the new design. Question about hockey fixture and results. We'll add them to our system as soon as they come available. I believe I did hear a conversation earlier this week that certain regions of England hockey have already released their fixtures. If you have that release, please send it to the support team, support@pitchero.com, and the competition team will get those updated as soon as possible. But as soon as we see them out on systems, we'll try our best to get hold of them and upload them to Pitchero. Is there an About Our Club section that can be added? So the About Our Club section tends to live in this club info section. So under information, in the control panel under custom content, you can create all these pages yourself. And you can create a page in here called About the Club. You can add multiple pages to it, lots of photos and downloads as well. Question about England rugby and GMS. Again, chat there for 15 years now. Still can't do anything with GMS. They're building a new platform. We're not sure who's doing it or how, but we can't get any close to the RFU, I'm afraid. So that's a closed one. We are making a few changes to our membership section, how that works, which we'll release in the coming months, but we just want to make it as easy as possible for a club to collect membership and for the cost to be as little as possible as well. Some feedback here about customizing colors on the homepage. Yeah, we're looking at doing more than that. We try to keep it easy to start with, but we do realize that some clubs have more than one color, a secondary color for sure. And so we're looking at best to integrate that. So that'll be something that we come back to afterwards. So once we've got all these upgrades live, we will look at small ways we can help clubs customize their websites slightly. But that'll be a secondary review. Anyways, speed information coming out from GMS. No, direct that one to the RFU. We've got no idea what's going on with GMS. In regards to the club info section, have a look in there. There's lots of features in there to manage it. And you can also add quick links, as I showed you earlier. So if you've got a really important section here in your club info section, you can add a quick link to the top of your website in the global nav, and that'll direct people straight in there. Yeah, I agree. Adding photos to matches is a bit faffy, and we're looking to improve that when we upgrade the control panel so that you can quickly share a photo album or a video directly into the match center and link it to a game. Will the Calendar section allow it to be viewed separately from the news section? So the current view is that the Calendar section will sit under news. So you'll hit news and then you'll have news and events under here. You hit events and then you have the full club calendar. And the club calendar will show every event within the club, both social events as well as matches and training. And you'll be able to filter down to your social events or matches and training. But then this matches, the new features will be exclusively for playing, training, or games. Feedback about adding calendar to the main nav rather than under news. We'll certainly consider it. There's space there. So just keep chatting to us and we'll see where that goes. Improving the sign-up process. There'll be a new join page for sure, and that will be simpler and easy to use, particularly on mobile. But we're always looking at ways of improving that registration form and making it easier for members to sign up. And we'll look at that as soon as these upgrades are live. Does the stock photo gallery still exist? Yeah, there's still more photos on there. Those haven't been removed. In regards to sort of the back-end control panel and the player management and team management, that will all come. Those improvements will come once we've done this piece of work and got all the upgrades to the front end of the website live. We will then do a forensic review of all the individual player and team management tools and bring those up to speed as well. Also, will cricket sites still link to ECB Play Cricket? Yes, we have a very good relationship with England Cricket, and in fact, we've got a call with them this week, and we'll be continue to link to Play Cricket and be able to pull down the various scorecards, fixture and results from the Play Cricket website, and hopefully, as the relationship progresses, we'll be able to do more and more with cricket next year. Can results be connected to the GMS for the hockey league? Sadly not. That's not possible. Try to just pick out the questions that focus really on these designs. The support team are on this, and they'll come back to people who are asking other questions as well. If you've got direct questions such as how to change order of teams and things, just jump on the live chat and one of the support guys will be able to answer that for you in a couple of seconds. Can we attach more than one photo to a news article? I believe you can embed multiple photos now within the articles. Number of links in the global now bound to 4. Any plans to increase? Yes, we'll look into that. We should be able to increase them. A club like Boston has sort of done 5 where they join them up. But yes, I see no why we can't increase that. Regarding club logos, yes, we want to move all the colored shields to being actual real club logos, and that's a process that we're working on over this summer. Can we link to the VO webcam without taking the facility through Pitchero? Good question. So we're talking to VO all the time. Ideally, what we'd like to do is to be able to link your VO account to your Pitchero Club website. So as soon as a video hits the VO system, it can be linked and then shared and appear within your Pitchero Club website. So we're talking to VO already. They're a partner of ours about how we could potentially, easily and quickly show content within the club websites and across the club app, and that's ongoing. But can't recommend a video camera enough. In regards to media, youth and minis, yeah, subject to the settings you have on your videos and photos, they'll continue to be the same. So if you restrict who can view videos and photos, for example, junior players, restrict down to parents, and that will continue. That hasn't changed. At the moment, if you want to post them to social media, you have to post it yourself. It's not in terms of, you have to connect the two together and post. The moment they're not automated, if that's what you're saying, from the matches page to push into social media. But that's something that could be looked into. Your website is always showing Finnish, and I have to change to English. This is a known issue. Adam, we did have a Finnish league using us for a long time, but reach out to support on that. It sounds like you've got some odd setup there where you've got some sort of Finnish going on, but please do reach out to support with these. In regards to all these support questions, please do reach out to the support team on the live chat buttons within the control panel, and they'll be able to answer many of these questions. I'm just trying to pull out the questions here that relate to this design. Can you link an external club shop to the site? Yes, you can. You can just put it as a quick link at the top. So if you've got a club shop hosted somewhere else, just add club shop, add it in the quick link, and it goes across every page within the club website. We're sending this out in a video. Yes, this has been recorded, so you'll be able to get a video of it. Regarding to adding your own league to the competition system, please do reach out to the support guys. Just send them a link to where the fixture results and league tables are, and they should be able to add them. Can we have a share to Instagram option? Last time I was involved in this conversation, I don't believe it was possible to share to Instagram. In the same way you can share to Facebook and Twitter, I don't believe that was available, but I may be wrong now. But if it's available, I'm sure the guys can make that happen. Okay, I think that's it, folks. In regards to making the events more prominent, yes, you're right. We do want to make the event stand out more, and that's why we're building some of these new widgets, which will be an important part of the website. Let me see if I can see some examples. Here it is. So as well as news item widgets, these right-hand rails, we're calling it, which we're creating, there'll also be events in there. There'll be an events widget, there'll be a video widget, a photo widget, a club app widget, and they'll all run across your website here. So yes, certainly we want to make it easier for clubs to promote events around their club website. And that's it, folks. I think that's the bottom of it. As you can see, we're working very, very hard to get this out as quick as we can ahead of the new season. We spent a huge amount of time researching it and looking at it. We want Pitchero to remain the best platform in the UK to host and run and manage your club, and we believe it will do so. So please keep talking to us, keep giving us feedback, and we look forward to getting the rest of these designs live pronto. We'll repeat this webinar again in sort of the end of July in 2 or 3 weeks' time, when we've got more designs to show and give you an update on timelines and when various other upgrades will be coming. So thanks for your time today. Really appreciate it, and we'll speak again.